Buckle up, folks. 2026 is going to be a rather interesting year. I say this because the sheer amount of presidential contenders that will throw their hearts into the ring is quite astronomical. For instance, we already have a new kid on the block, Awan Waiguru. She's officially decided to announce her intentions to vie for the presidency. And so, in line with that, in this video, I want us to look into some of the reasons why she's vying and also why I don't think she'll make it, although I do commend her for the attempt. And so, with no further ado, let's get after it. Let's start with some of the reasons why Waiguru is going for the top seat. Number one is self-preservation. You see, after Kidero left office, he was dragged to court by EACC. After Waititu left office, EACC did the same thing to him, and Mike Sonko was also pursued aggressively by that same institution once he left office. But guess what? They've tried to go after Oparanya, and they've reached a dead end each and every time they've done so. How so? Because currently he's a cabinet secretary who sits in the full cabinet with the president, and he also has the flag of the Republic of Kenya at the front left of his vehicle. That automatically keeps the long arms of the EACC away from his doorstep. The day Oparanya will not be in office is the day they will seek to go after him. And believe it or not, that's the exact same reason why President Ruto vied for the presidency, because had he lost to Raila Odinga, today he would be in and out of the EACC offices over Aror and Kimwarer and so on and so forth. So, moral of the story, you want to keep EACC away from your doorstep, stay in politics, stay relevant, keep the ball rolling a little further down the yard. This is a game where you can only resign if you know you have a clean slate. There's nothing for them to come after you over. If they do, you can easily clarify and move on. But if you know you have some skeletons in your closet, you don't want to leave the field too soon. Now, the second reason why Waiguru is going for the top seat is the fact that this is her last and final term as governor of Kirinyaga. So technically, she does have the freedom to seek other political posts, and she's only hoping that by going for the presidency, she'll be called to the table by the Kalonzo side or the William Ruto side so that she can cede her own ambitions in exchange of a seat in cabinet. It's a classic case of shoot for the stars. If you fail, you'll fall on the moon, or shoot for the moon. In case you fail, you'll fall on the clouds. So she's going for the presidency. Even if she doesn't get there, by her propelling herself to that national level, her endorsement will be very critical in 2027, whether she's endorsing Ruto or Kalonzo, and they will give her something in exchange. So basically, it's like a bargaining chip. Number three, I treat this as a precursor to Waiguru launching her own party. Because you see, political parties more often than not go nowhere if they do not have a presidential candidate. UDA would be useless without Ruto going for presidency. ODM for the first time is going to become redundant in the absence of Raila unless they get the deputy presidential position and they go to the ballot defending that particular seat. Then they'll have some air of relevance. But failure to which, they'll begin to die. It's a slow, painful death when a party cannot or will not produce a presidential candidate. So by her announcing her own bid, that's step one. Next, we are going to learn about the political vehicle, because I don't believe UDA will give her a chance, neither will DCP or any of the others. They have other candidates who they think are more worthy. She'll have to come with her own, and I believe she's going to try and keep the people of Kirinyaga in her basket, because that is her bargaining chip. Even better if she can help install the next governor of Kirinyaga so that she can continue to have her tentacles in Kirinyaga the same way Joho still has influence in Mombasa through Abdul Swamad. Now, will people subscribe to Waiguru's candidature? Personally, I don't think so, especially because of the past sagas, i.e. the NYS saga. You see, the issue here is that Kenya is a very unforgiving country. You don't need to be guilty. You just need to have a scandal attached to your name, and people will forever believe that. The same way there are people till date who swear by Morara Kebaso being a government mole, even though he hits the government every other day. So that NYS scandal, I feel like that stench is still around, and there are people who still believe that she was actually involved in corruption. I don't have the facts whether she was or wasn't, but the stench is still there, and it's hard to forget this particular header, and I quote. This is the cover of the Daily Nation from February 2016, and it reads, "I shared NYS millions with Waiguru." Then I'll go to the subtext at the very bottom. In explosive court papers, businesswoman who was paid 791 million in the devolution ministry tenders reveals former CS was her silent partner. If she can find a way to make that go, she might have a good chance. But if not, that one is just a career ender. And you don't even have to take my word for it. Let's just have a look at what Kenyans on X are saying about this, and I quote, "Overcome evil with good said, once looting politicians taste stolen public money, they always want higher positions to steal more." G. Yasuke said, Kirinyaga people still went ahead to vote for her. Kenyans love their thieves. There will be massive support. You'll think you are the only sane person seeing another thug being exalted with Kenyan selective amnesia. She will steal then they will start pulling out receipts on NYS. Khalifa said, "Don't be worried with these ones. After elections, the next administration will solve this problem once and for all. Kenyans must not vote for any presidential candidate who has no strategies for recovering what has been looted in this country." I agree with Khalifa, but saying the next administration will solve this, personally, I believe there's no government which can help Kenyans until and unless we start voting the right leaders in. Black Shadow said, "The fact that she's still a governor should tell you a lot about voters. Nothing is surprising anymore." Salim Kimani said, "I think it's amongst the wheelbarrows we are waiting to see from Kasongo, aimed at dividing Mount Kenya. She's a big thief though." But what say you guys? Do drop me your comments in the comment section below. Will you support Waiguru's bid in 2027, or do you think she should call it a day and hang her gloves and boots? Just drop me your comments. I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. So with that, here are today's ads of the day. If you're in need of office partitioning or home interior works, i.e. kitchen cabinets, modern media walls, wall decoration, wainscoting, wardrobes, tiles, bathrooms, window blinds, gypsum and so on, reach out to Suima's Interiors at 07170 443 or info@suimas.co.ke, and they'll get all your needs sorted out. Whatever it may be, all interior works, these guys are the best at it.
Right now, I'm with my team headed to a client's house in Ruto for consultation. That is to take measurements of the windows, go through our catalog with the client, and then once they decide on the color and the fabric they want, we'll get busy sewing, and at long last, the curtains installation will be on us. So if you're looking for curtains, shears, curtain rods, curtain accessories, reach out to Phoenix Curtains and Interior Decor and we will sort you out. Call us on 0724 414153.
If you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.